Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Back again here on a Tuesday night for the Crooked Line Top Hat Comics Tour Modified Series. We're on race 4 out of 12 in the season here at Richmond International Raceway. Top times are at the top of your screen. Chris Carroll sitting at the top of the board right now with Parker Brookfield in the 26, sitting in second. Brian Zimmerman in the 28, sitting third. Kyle O'Danick sitting in fourth. Now remember, Kyle has ran really well with this series thus far. He got shut out last week finally after winning the first 2 races. So he's not going to have to start from the back tonight. Let's see what he can do. Richmond, a little bit bigger track than we're used to on the short track series side of things. Only doing 100 laps here tonight. Now I was talking to a few of the drivers, and they were telling me that they're going to have to worry more about the right front this evening than that right rear tire. Brian Zimmerman was one of those drivers. He was saying the car likes to push here in a longer run. So maybe keep an eye out for guys getting into the wall from the car getting too tight coming off the corner. Only about 3.5 minutes remain here in practice. Again, best times are going across the top of your screen right now. 2 drivers out on track. You got Zach Murphy in the 29 running a few practice laps. Scott Smith is still out there. Fuel not going to be much of a factor tonight. I'm showing that these drivers can do about 60 laps. Maybe about 55 to 60 laps as I check my notes here. 55 to 60 laps on fuel. And there will be a halfway caution, I believe. Competition caution at lap 50. Everybody go ahead and get your picks in chat. I don't know who I'm going for this evening. Field's kind of, the times are really close here tonight. If you take a look at the first 2 times, the 20.77 and the 20.77, almost identical lap times by the 99 of Chris Carroll and 26 Parker Brookfield. But there is only about 2 minutes left to go here in practice as we watch Scott Smith go around doing a little bit of last-minute practicing. What we need to do is we need to go down trackside and start pre-race ceremony. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's National Anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Ruthford, for a great rendition of our national anthem. Everybody, as I always say, please go check out Mullet Music Productions on YouTube. And give Josh a subscription and a thumbs up on a couple of his videos. We greatly appreciate it. So does he. 3 seconds left here in practice. Sorry, practice ending right now. We're going into qualifying here tonight. Looking at the times, I don't know who honestly to expect to sit on the pole here tonight. I think it could be anybody's race. As we know, these Tour Modifieds, they are really momentum based, and especially at a little bit bigger of a track like Richmond, we definitely know that it's going to be a lot of waiting for the guy in front of you to make a mistake. So qualifying is going to be very, very important here. So we take a look at the 99 of Chris Carroll. He was sitting top of the charts in practice. Let's see if he can back it up here in qualifying. Down into turns 1 and 2, you see the nice wide arc he takes, trying to keep the momentum built up in that race car. Also trying to get heat in the tires. This is only lap 1, so he's got to get heat in them tires. He's really going to push it here on lap 2. White flag for Chris Carroll on his qualifying run. So far, top of the board at 20.91. Down the back straightaway for the final time. And out of turn number 4. Across the line for Chris Carroll. See what he gets here. 20.87 for the number 99. We're going to have to see if that holds. Right now, he is on provisional pole. Kyle O'Danick finishing up his qualifying run right now as well. First lap at 21.17 for the number 21. See if he can improve. He does improve just a little bit. He goes to a 21.07, but then immediately gets bumped back down to 5th place as Derek Stanley goes to 2nd with a 20.99. Take a look at Jason Korn in the number 39. Korn is taking his final lap of qualifying right now. So 2nd lap. First lap of 21.47, good enough for 14th place for the 39. Little wiggle there. Not sure if that was getting loose or if that was getting tight. Looked like he was trying to keep that Tour Modified off of the wall right there, but out of turn 4 and across the line. Will he improve? He does. He goes the 13th fastest with a 21.17. Jason Day finishing up his run just went 5th fastest, 21.02. Scott Smith finishing up his run, 21.25, good enough for 14th. Taking a look at the number 62, Jeff Dillon. Getting into the wall a little bit. That might invalidate that lap time. Let's keep an eye on him. This is only lap 1. So Jeff Dillon finishing up his qualifying run goes to 21.09, good enough for 11th place. We got Brandon Metler. Looks like he might have not liked the first lap. He came back down pit road and might go out for another lap. He still has another lap to go, but he ran a 21.37, which was good enough for 19th. We got 27 Tour Modifieds here this evening at Richmond. With 1 minute left on the clock, Tanner Marr not qualifying. Tanner Marr being last week's winner. We'll have to start from the rear of the field. Again, as we said it last night in the Super Late Model Series, starting from the rear of the field is a rule these guys have if you've won the week prior. And you're going to have to really utilize some patience to get through this field, especially with momentum-based cars like this. In the Super Late Models, it's a little bit different in racing. These Tour Modifieds at these bigger tracks, you really got to be in a rhythm and be on point all night long to make something happen. And starting from the rear of the field, all that does is makes it a little bit more challenging. So Tanner Marr is going to have to do that this evening. All right, looks like that's going to wrap up qualifying. Chris Carroll is going to be on the pole here tonight. With as many drivers as we got, which is awesome to see. 27 Tour Modifieds. We got to get through that grid. Chris Carroll in the number 99 is going to be starting on the pole here tonight, with Parker Brookfield in the number 26 starting to his outside in second. Derek Stanley in the number 25 is going to be starting in third position, with Chris Sawyer in the 66 to his outside in fourth. Starting in fifth is going to be Jason Day in the number 52, with Larry Bell to his outside in the number 43. Brian Zimmerman in that number 28 is going to be starting in seventh position, with Brad Carpenter in a 31 starting to his outside in eighth. Kyle O'Danick, he's been someone really watched this season, starting back there in ninth position, that number 21. Zach Murphy in the number 29 starting in 10th, with Jeff Dillon in the 62 starting in 11th, and Mitchell Nima in the 98 to his outside in 12th. Starting in 13th position is going to be Caleb B. Thompson in the 04, with Jason Korn to his outside in the number 39. Scott Smith in that number 53 is going to be starting in 15th position, with Josh Carter in the number 5 starting to his outside in 16th. Garrett Crow in the number 38 is going to be starting 17th, with Chummy Miller starting in 18th. Brandon Metler is going to be starting 19th. Scott Bryant is going to be starting in 20th. Trenton Morley is going to be starting 21st. Tanner Marr again to the rear of the field for winning last week. Chris Clark in the 91, 23rd. Dustin Lamb, 24th. Jeffrey Miller, 25th. Gary Wright in 26th. And rounding out the field tonight is going to be Mark Davis in 27th in the number 51. 27 Tour Modifieds here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're ready. It's going to be a good one here in Richmond. First start's going to be on the green flag. Everything after that will be on the leader. Chris Carroll bringing him down. Looks like we're going to go one more lap here. Race control setting them up, getting them ready to go, letting them go one more lap. These guys getting the heat in the tires, heating the motors, getting them ready to go. Going to go 100 laps here tonight. Now remember, we were told by a driver that right front, we're going to have to pay attention to that. When will they pit? Are they going to pit? Can do about 60 laps. Definitely going to have to see a pit stop for fuel, but the question is, are you going to take tires? Pace car is pulling off. Coming down to get the green flag is Chris Carroll in the number 99. And Parker Brookfield to his outside. We're green flag racing here at Richmond. Great shot of the field as we go barreling down into turns 1 and 2 side by side for the race lead. Parker Brookfield looking to take it away from Chris Carroll. Chris Carroll trying to fight hard on that inside lane as they go into 3 and 4. Put Parker to the top side of the racetrack, Chris Carroll to the bottom. They're starting to single file out behind him a little bit. Brian Zimmerman back here got loose coming off 4. He's going to lose a bunch of spots as he goes back down to 11th. Back up to the front of the field, Chris Carroll managed to get around the number 26, Parker Brookfield. Now Parker is now just riding right behind Chris Carroll. Probably a smart move. You don't want to battle too hard in the beginning. Burn up your stuff. Kind of get into a rhythm here, wait for that moment to strike. As you see everybody back here starting to get single filed out. Brad Carpenter looking to make a move on the 21 of O'Danick. O'Danick going to the bottom side of the racetrack underneath Larry Bell in the 43. They're going to be side by side going down the front straightaway. This is a battle for 6th position right here. As you see, Kyle is going to kind of slide up in front of Larry a little bit right there and take the position coming off turn 2. Zach Murphy saw an opportunity there to get around to 31, used his momentum, and he got by him rather quickly as we're going to be under caution for the first time this evening. Got the 62 coming down pit road. Let's go ahead and take a True Sim instant replay and see what happened. So we're trying to find it here. All right, so we got it. Bring you guys back so you can see what's going on here. So we're taking a look at the number 10 on the top lane there. Comes off the corner, comes down into the 48, sends them both to the inside wall. And that's what's going to put us under caution here for the first time this evening. SDK wasn't really sure who wrecked right there. He couldn't tell me. Lap 6 of 100. Gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Back live here on True Sim Productions. Just got word from race control drivers. Just got 2 to green. They're coming to 1 to go this time by, which means choose cone is going to be in effect. Well, that's lovely. My old camera for that isn't working. And I said it. All good though. We're seeing right now. There we go. Now it's working. Doesn't matter. Chris Carroll electing to take the top side. Interesting move. Now we saw this last night, but it was a completely different track. We saw the leader kind of play with what line he wanted. Coming down to the restart zone, Chris Carroll fires him off, and we're back underway. So he got a good launch there. Parker was able to jump up behind him, and now they're going to get single filed out here. But we got a battle going on for third. Got the 52 of Jason Day going to go around the top side of Derek Stanley. It looks like Derek, he really had to get out of the throttle. As you see everybody stack up behind him. Kyle O'Danick going around the top side. You can even see the gap right here from third place on back to this pack of cars. 66 of Chris Sawyer in the mix here. trying to get underneath of Zach Murphy side by side down the back straightaway. This is a battle for 6th. Looks like the 66 might be pushing up just a little bit on entry in the corner. Oh man, you saw it right there. The 29, it looks like he thought about lifting and trying to cross him over. I don't think he timed it just right. He's going to lose that position to the 66. We'll keep on rolling. Let's go back further through the field. The 43 of Larry Bell sitting at 9. Brian Zimmerman into the wall a little bit. We saw him having a little bit of problems earlier. Brian Zimmerman rounds out the top 10 as they run right now. Everybody pretty much single file. We got the 04 of Caleb B. Thompson sitting in 11th. Mitchell Muma was having a good run last night. Unfortunately got ended rather quickly. Now trying to kind of redeem himself here tonight. Running in 12th. Doing a good job. Jason Gorn in 39. He's back there. He's up 1 spot since the start of this race, sitting in 13th. Behind him is that 53 of Scott Smith, sitting in 14th. Josh Carter back there in the 5 machine. Runs out the top 15. We got Garrett Crow in the 38, sitting in 16th. Brandon Metler right behind him in 17th. Tanner Marr had to start from the rear of the field, has worked his way up into 18th right now. Again, it's going to be a lot of that patience. We're only on lap 17 of 100. Still a long way to go. So Tanner's got plenty of time to get up there. Plus a pit stop as well. Remember, they can only go about 60 laps on fuel. We had that caution. They might have been able to save a couple laps there under caution, but I don't know how much exactly. But they're definitely going to have to stop at least one time here this evening. Chummy Miller back there in the 19th position in the 06. Or apparently the 21. I don't know. Shown 21, but he's a 06. I don't know. Anyway, running in 19th position, Gary Wright back there in 20th. Scott Bryant 21st. Chris Clark 22nd. Trenton Morley, 23rd. Jeffrey Miller, 24th. Jeff Dillon, 25th. Dustin Lamb, 26th. And Mark Davis. Mark Davis, again, not starting the race, just putting it on the hauler. Not sure what's the deal with that. Back up to the front of the field, though, still Chris Carroll in the number 99. Parker Brookfield running second. They've kind of gapped third place. But we know how Kyle Odanik is. We'll see him kind of hang near the back a little bit. And then he comes out of nowhere later in the race. Has the opportunity tonight to qualify. Didn't have to start from the rear of the field. Now kind of just minding his own business in third. Probably trying to save a little bit of tire here. Get him in the long run. Oh, we got a caution out on the speedway. Oh, my. Oh, wow. All right, well. A lot going on there with that one. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get a good angle on this. It's kind of hard to tell. We're taking a look at Brian Zimmerman. Pushes tight up into the wall. And you know, he tries to keep it there, but oh my goodness. Just everybody piling in. Just nobody slowing down. Oh yeah, you see it right there. Right there in the wheel for Brian Zimmerman. We're on board with him. That modified is seriously hurt. All right, that being said, we're going to go ahead and take another commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Shut up and sit down.
Back live, and Chris Carroll electing to take the outside lane once again. Worked for him last time. I wouldn't see why I wouldn't do it this time again, but it's an interesting call. Getting ready to go back green flag racing. Chris fires him off, and we're back underway. 27 laps out of 100 complete here. See, again, the field just barreling down into turns 1 and 2. Everybody's just going for position. Jason Day back there fighting for third place right off the get-go, trying to get to the inside of that 21 of Kyle O'Danick, but Kyle had the momentum on the outside lane. Managed to hold on to that third position. Now Zach Murphy and Derek Stanley going at it for 5th. Still side by side. It looks like Murphy might get him. Yeah, oh, he clears him, but he's going to get turned. Stanley's going to get turned. We saw that happen live. Doesn't look like he hit the wall too hard. Let's go back and see what happened. So we saw it kind of happen live. Coming off the corner here, you see Murphy tries to get up in front, and I don't know if the 31 didn't know the 25 was going to be there. I don't know what happened, but he got into his left rear, sent him around down the back straightaway. It looks like he did hit the inside wall, but just kind of bent that Nerf bar on the front of it a little bit. Doesn't look like it's too hurt. Hopefully Derek can get back up here and contend for top 5. Was running good up there in the top 5. Like some strategy being played by some drivers right now. So the thing is we mentioned you could go about 60 laps. We've had a couple of cautions. These drivers are definitely saving under caution, saving fuel. I'm coming to take lap 31. I see, like I said, I see a few guys on pit road. You got Brian Zimmerman, Garrett Crow, Derek Stanley coming down pit road, Gary Wright. All those guys are on pit road. Nobody else really coming down pit road, but can you make it? That's the biggest thing. I don't think they're going to be able to save 40 laps. But I think the real question is at what point in time do you come and take your tires? Brian Zimmerman back there. He was on pit road lap 29. We just saw him come down pit road. 6-second stop for the 28, so I'm assuming that's fuel only. Garrett Crow, though. Garrett Crow did a 12-second stop. Wondering if that was right side tires only. Get word from race control right there that it is 2 to green right now. So next time by will be the choose cone. And I'm looking at timing and scoring, everybody, and I want to point out up 14 positions is that number 4 of Tanner Marr. Doing a great job out here tonight. Made his way up to the field, probably used the choose cone to his advantage there. He's made his way up in the 8th spot. Great run for the number 4 after winning last week. So you see Carroll going to the top side once again. Parker going to the bottom. So where'd old Tanner choose here? Because it's showing him in 9th. Shows the inside. Lost a spot out of that choose cone, but I think he's on the preferred line, so could have been a smart move. We're gonna find out here on this restart. Carroll's going to fire him off real early. We're back underway here. I was looking over at timing and scoring, and he caught me off guard, caught me sleeping. Back down into turns 1 and 2. He's going to go and clear the 26. But we're side by side once again for 3rd place. Day's going to be on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's got a good drive into the center of 3 and 4 right there. Can't quite clear the 21. 21's going to have the momentum off the corner. Still side by side for 3rd place. Now it looks like O'Danek's going to kind of probably back out of it. Gets a little tight there. I don't know if he was trying to fight for that position on the outside or if he got tight. But Day makes the pass and put Jason Day up into 3rd. Brad Carpenter's looking to take P5 away from Zach Murphy. Looks like Zach's just going to kind of let him have it. Great move by the 31. He's going to get tight right there, almost at the wall. Looked like Murphy thought about going back underneath of him, but thought better of it. Just going to kind of get in line and ride right now. Mitchell Muma in 10th right now, looking for 9th as he goes underneath Brandon Metler, the number 15. Not enough momentum there on the number 98. He's going to have to get back in his rhythm and try again here in a couple laps, but he's under pressure from the 43 of Larry Bell as they go into 3 and 4. Jason Korn. Unfortunately, Jason Korn 3 laps down. Had to tow in that accident. Still out here sticking it out, so good for Jason Korn for sticking it out. You know, you could get them laps back too. Anything can happen. But he's sitting in 24th. Just trying to get a good points night for that number 39. Back up to the front of the field, it's Chris Carroll in the number 99, followed by Parker Brookfield in 2nd, and Jason Day holding on to that 3rd position. Kyle O'Danick trying to get around them. They're the closest battle right now up in the front. Everybody's single file up here. Tanner Marr trying to take over 7th, it looks like. See him running a really wide arc into the corner. He's going to get a run down the back straightaway right here. He's got Brandon Metler right behind him there in 9th. Tanner's up 14 spots since the start of this race. Again, doing a really great job. Do something a little bit different. Let's go take a look at Derek Stanley, because he was involved in that one caution. I can't remember if it was the last one or not. I'm sorry. But was involved in that caution. Remember, he had a little bit of a bent-up Nerf bar on the front of that Tour Modified. Now trying to fight his way back. Sitting in P22. He's kind of got his work cut out for him. Laps are winding down quick now. We're on lap 43 of 100. Still a little over halfway to go. Plenty of time and anything can happen. Looks like we got the 29 of Zach Murphy coming down pit road. Not sure if this is an unscheduled stop. Oh, he's crab walking. Not sure what happened to the 29. Looks like he's going to take that quick repair and move on. He's going to lose a lap in the process. Got a battle heating up for the lead right here. You see Parker, he's starting to catch the 99 just a little bit. Last time by was just a tick slower than Chris, but maintaining the same pace. Jason Day running just a little bit slower than those guys. So to put it into perspective for you guys at home, Chris Coward last time by ran 21.13 and Parker ran a 21.16. That time by Jason Day was actually a little bit quicker with a 21.03. But the times themselves are super close, and that's what I mentioned about having to keep your momentum up in these cars. If you get out of that rhythm, you're going to lose time. So we're about to find out right here if there is going to be a halfway competition caution. I'm not sure if they're doing that now that we had a couple cautions before that or not. Going to find out. Taking lap 50 of 100, halfway here at Richmond. Tanner Marr has found his way up into 6th place, now up 16 positions from where he started. Just taking lap 51 right now. So it looks like there is going to be no halfway caution. With that being said, these guys are having a good green flag run. We're going to take a good commercial break. We'll be right back.
and sit down.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
We're back live here at Richmond International Raceway. The Crooked Line Top Hat Comics Tour Modified Series, 64 laps complete of 100. Still a long way to go. And we still don't know about this pit strategy. That's the biggest question. So far, Chris Carroll has been able to hold on to that lead. Parker Brookfield got to his back bumper a couple times, but can't seem to hold the momentum to get around him. Jason Day and Kyle O'Danick have been battling for the 3rd and 4th position as well, but it's kind of the same scenario. It's like they just can't get enough momentum to pass each other. Then we go back a little bit further. We've got 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, as you see Tanner Marr going around lap car of Derek Stanley. Tanner's up into the 6th position. Chris Sawyer right behind him. Chris Sawyer in that 66 having a great run here tonight. Back up to the front. Parker's all over the back bumper of Chris Carroll. We might have a battle for the lead heating up. But again, we're getting close to possible pit windows here. You see one driver coming off pit road right in front of Carroll. I think that's the 79. No, I'm sorry. That is the 6 of Chummy Miller. A bunch of other guys are coming in. Chris Sawyer bringing it down pit road. But this is what it's going to be all about right here. How can you get around lap traffic? How fast can you do it? Oh, look at Carroll trying to get down on pit road. Almost lost it trying to maintain that lead. Jason Day's going to stay out on the racetrack one lap longer than these guys. Same with Tanner Marr. So here's the thing. They're not going to short pit them. They might lose a little bit of time, but they're going to have the fresher tires in the long run. Looks like Tanner Marr is going to be bringing that number 4 down pit road. So green flag pit stops have started here at Richmond. Jason Day also on pit road. Right now, as it stands, this is what I thought was going to happen. Garrett Crow, one of those drivers who pit on the earlier caution on lap 29, stays out on the racetrack. Can he make it the rest of the way? Same with Brian Zimmerman right behind him in second. Last pit on lap 29. This is going to make things a little interesting because they're not going to pit for a while yet. So Garrett Crow out in the race lead right now. Derek Stanley even. He pit on lap 30. I put him up into third, and now Chris Carroll. Chris Carroll is 27 seconds off of our race leader right now. That's a long time to make up. Granted that the 38 and the 28 are both on older tires at this point, but right now it is showing Chris Carroll as the first car one lap down. So this strategy is working out for these guys. I think what Garrett and Zimmerman want right now is they want a caution. If a caution were to come out right now, they trap the whole field a lap down. Or they just want it to stay green. I mean, we got 26 laps to go here. I don't know. I think this 38 might be able to make it. Even this 28, it's looking good. I don't know if we can go on board here with Brian Zimmerman. Oh, okay. So you hear it there, everybody. Going into 1 and 2, he definitely is dumping that clutch. How about on board here with Garrett Crow? Let's go on board with him and just listen. Caution out on the speedway. There it is. So that gives Chris Carroll the lucky dog. Everybody else gonna have to take a wave around, but does Garrett and Zimmy stay out to change things up here? If they stay out, these guys can't get the wave around. So we can't really bring up the instant replay graphic this go around because I did not see timing and scoring say anything about anybody on why that caution came out. I'm kind of going back and kind of looking. Not seeing anything. So I'm not sure. Maybe race control saw debris on the track. Sorry for clicking around there, ladies and gentlemen. I was just trying to find it as quick as I could. No, so we got Garrett Crow and Brian Zimmerman bringing it down pit road. So I don't know. Maybe they couldn't have made it. I thought they could have made it right there. Derek Stanley, however, stays out on the racetrack. Which gives the lead over to Derek Stanley. Chris Carroll got his lap back, so he's right behind him. Garrett Crow, second actually, coming off pit road. But Chris Carroll back up into third, got his lap back, and now you got all these other guys up here. Jason Day, Tanner Marr, Brandon Metler, all these guys are waiting for that wave around, and they got to get their lap back here. All All right, so Derek Stanley electing to bring the 25 machine down pit road. Garrett Crowe, now the race leader once again. Aha, but you see, so Garrett actually, I think, just took tires. This could be Garrett's night. He had that strategy to get him up into the lead and then had a 13-second pit stop. Could have taken 2 right side tires. I don't know. Chris Carroll's been fast all night. So the drivers are going to be coming to the choose cone here, at least for the race leaders. But a lot of these other guys are going to be starting on the inside lane because they are taking that wave around. We just got word from race control. So when they get that wave around, they're all going to be technically having to start on the inside lane. So we're going to keep an eye on Garrett Crowe. Now, we saw Chris Carroll take the outside a few times. I don't know what Garrett's going to do here. This is the first time we've seen him up front on a restart. He's going to choose right here. He's going to take the bottom. Zimmerman's going to go topside. And everybody else, like Korn and all these other guys, I mean, this is basically it right here, these front two. And if I'm not mistaken, I think race control just extended that yellow, which was a smart move. You got to basically get the whole field around the pace car and caught back up. So we're going to go around one more time. But things are starting to get heated up here. Coming to 18 laps to go. When we take the green flag, it's going to be 17 laps to go. Can Garrett Crowe hold these guys off? So again, as we mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be single file pretty much the whole way back for all these guys who had to take the wave around. But Derek Stanley is on the lead lap in third. And then Jason Day, he's on the lead lap. I'm not sure what it's telling Jason Korn to do here. Chris Carroll having some problems pulling off the track. Chris Carroll has to go to the end of the longest line because he was the lucky dog, I believe is what's going on. I don't know. Garrett Crowe coming down to the restart zone. Green flag back out in the air here at Richmond. 17 laps to go. We got 3 drivers hunting for the first win of the season and a few hunting for the first win period in this series. Oh man, big move by Derek Stanley to come up in front of Brian Zimmerman like that. Wow. They're going to be side by side back there for third place right now. Jason Day to the inside of Brian Zimmerman. Brian Zimmerman, I believe, is on the fresher set of tires right now. 24 seconds on pit road. You got Jason Korn up here fighting as well, trying to get a lap back the old-fashioned way. He's sitting the inside of Brandon Mettler. Brandon Mettler sitting in 5th with Tanner Marr right behind him. But Garrett Crowe gets into the wall a little bit. He's going to wall ride and keep it up there, buddy. Good job. Unfortunately, going to lose the race lead. He's going to have to get back into it, but didn't cause a wreck and basically wall rode the whole back straightaway. Good job by the number 38. Lost a few spots there. Now Derek Stanley is up to the race lead. Can he do something? Going through turns 3 and 4. It's going to be 13 laps to go here. Who's your money on, ladies and gentlemen? We saw somebody in chat. It's old John going for the number 21. Unfortunately, the 21 right now is sitting in 21st, a lap down. Not a good night for Kyle. Great night for Derek Stanley right now, though. I think Derek is on fresher tires right now. Last pit on lap 79. Pit time of 23 seconds. He's got 4 fresh tires on that Tour Modified because he is pulling away from Jason Day. But we got a yellow flag on the speedway. I don't know what happened here. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, here we go. I think I found it. Let's see what happens. So it looks like that, I don't know what number it is, 21 to 06. Chummy Miller, looks like him and Parker get into it, the 26. And it sent Chummy around. That's what put us under yellow once again. That is not what Derek Stanley wanted to see, because I tell you what, he was pulling away there. We got 10 laps to go. When we go back green flag racing, I think we're going to be at about 6 or 5, I want to say, somewhere around there, maybe 7. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, all the way to the checkered. Stick around.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Back live here, ladies and gentlemen. Just got word from race control. Flagman letting the drivers know 2 laps to green here. Coming to the choose cone this time by. This is probably going to be the most important choose cone of the night. Like he might be taking the top side here. So I was close. I was pretty almost dead on, actually. I said 5 to 7 laps to go when we went back green. Got 7 now. When we take the green flag, it's going to be 6 laps to go. Can Derek Stanley hold him off? Derek Stanley, Jason Day. Gonna bring him down to the restart zone. Gonna fire him off, and we're back underway. Big stack up on the outside lane. Everybody's trying to avoid it. A few guys going down into the grass. Looks like Larry Bell might be. No, that's not Larry Bell. That's 89, I think. Gary Wright, all out of shape. Back up to the front. It's going to be side by side for third. Brian Zimmerman and Brandon Metler. Jason Day going for the race lead here, coming off turn 4. Side by side. Down into turns 1 and 2, 5 laps to go. Jason Day to the bottom side of the racetrack. Derek Stanley to the top side by side down the back straightaway for the race lead. Down into turns 3 and 4, Jason Day trying to clear him. It looks like he's going to have enough room. Give Jason Day the lead coming off turn 4. Now Brian Zimmerman to the inside of Derek Stanley. Does Zimmy have enough time to get to the back bumper of that 52 and steal a win here tonight? Derek Stanley fighting hard on the outside lane. That's allowing Jason Day to go ahead and pull away a little bit. Brandon Mettler trying to find a lane there up on the top side, but can, as you see, the 25 pinching the 28 down a little bit as they come off turn 4. And again, while all this is going on, Jason Day is just looking in his rearview mirror, loving it and smiling ear to ear. As we got one in the wall on the backstretch. Looks like everybody's going to avoid it. Keep it straight, no caution. Here comes Garrett Crow back up into the mix, almost 3 wide coming off turn 4. 2 laps to go for Jason Day. Can he hold on? No, we're going to be under caution. A few guys going around. Mitchell Muma went around. I don't know if there was something that happened before that. I have to go back and find out. Okay, so it looks like actually Derek Stanley was involved. Just give me 1 second here, everybody. So Derek Stanley and the 25 involved on this one. They go 3 wide into the corner. I don't know if Garrett knew they were 3 wide. It kind of looked like Tanner was to the inside of the 38. Then everything kind of broke from there. You see the 98 got spun as well. Not what Jason Day wanted to see. He had the lead of a century there. He had to just take that white flag. Just couldn't get there in time. We're going to go into overtime. All right, so that gives Zimmy a second chance on that top side. So who's your money on now, chat? What do you got? Tell you what, who I'm liking right now is that number 4, Tanner Mars, found his way up there in 3rd, up 19 spots. Had to start from the rear of the field. He's in a good position right now. Even that number 38 of Garrett Crow, he's in a good position to win this thing. Had to listen to a little word from race control there, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to the choose cone right here, though. What lane is Jason Day going to take? What lane do you want to block? What lane's going to give you the best launch? We'll find out right here. He's saying the bottom. It's all come down to this. Crooked line overtime. Jason Day is going to have to get a good launch here. Brian Zimmerman as well. He's going to want to win this thing. Tanner's going for 2 in a row. It can all come down to this. Day fires him off. Green-white checker, 2 laps to go here at Richmond. And I tell you what, great launch for the number 52 as they go barreling down into turns 1 and 2. Tanner Marr gets by Brian Zimmerman for second. Jason Day's got a good run right here. Brian Zimmerman looking to the inside of Tanner Marr, side by side for second. Coming off of turn number 4. White flag in the air for Jason Day. Tanner Marr holding on to second. Can he get to the back bumper? Day make something happen. Not going to happen in 1 and 2. He's going to have one more shot at it as they go 3 wide behind him. Brian Zimmerman sends it down in the corner. Tanner Marr trying to get to the back bumper of Jason Day. But it's going to be the number 52 of Jason Day taking home the win. Great run. I know he didn't want to see that last caution, but Jason Day bringing home the win here tonight. Gonna go ahead and burn it down, celebrate. He's earned it. But also he's going to have to go through tech inspection. And while that's going on, everybody, we're going to take our commercial break as always. When we come back and these guys get through tech, post-race tech inspection, we're going to have post-race interviews. So stick around. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Shut up and sit down.
And we are back live. I have made my way down to pit road, and I'm catching up with our third place finisher of Brian Zimmerman. He just got through tech inspection, and hopefully everything went okay for you, Brian. But hey, you got to walk me through those last couple of restarts. You had a chance there to get today before that last caution came out, and then you really had a chance on that green-white checker. Did you think you had something where the tires shot? Walk me through it.
I don't think I was as fast as Day was. I think I had just as good or better tires than he had. He was just really quick. He's a really good driver in these cars. I don't know if I could have got around him. I was on the restarts. He got such a great jump on that last restart, and there was no running him down, which opened the door for Tanner to come on the inside. And didn't have anything for those top guys. We really placed where we placed strategy-wise tonight. If we had went green, I could have made it. I think I was the only car out there that could have made it if we had went green, but we got that caution at about lap 70 or whenever that was. And but I think I had the race won. I had everybody a lap down. We could have really started saving fuel. I was one lap. I needed 1.5 laps when the caution came out to make it all the way, and I could have definitely saved that. So really wasn't hoping for a caution, but it's only fair. I mean, definitely wasn't the fastest car out there tonight, so I didn't deserve the win, but we almost stole one with a fuel strategy.
Sounds good, man. Hey, I tell you what, we go to a little bit of a shorter track next week. Do you feel a little bit more comfortable heading to South Boston, or did you like running here at Richmond tonight better?
I like South Boston. I love Richmond. I'm not very good at this car. It doesn't matter where we're at. I'm having to learn the car this season just for learning. Try to figure out what the car wants and how to drive it and how to be fast and consistent. So that's what we're working on this season.
All right, man. Well, hey, third place finish. Who you got to thank on the number 28?
I thank those guys over at Pit Lizard. Let me run with them, and Crooked Line, all those guys that put this on, and you, of course, in the booth. We'd like to thank you for doing that. And Top Hat Comics, I know they don't sponsor this league, but they do some of our other leagues. We appreciate them coming on board and helping us out running these leagues. And we just appreciate all the work y'all put into it. We enjoy it.
All right, man. Well, hey, congratulations on third place, and we'll see you next week, South Boston.
See you, Sam. Have a good one, man.
That was third place finisher Brian Zimmerman, number 28. And we got to talk to second place, Tanner Marr. He just got out of tech inspection, just got out of the race car. And, you were going for 2 in a row, Tanner, but just came up a little short. Thought you might have had something there for him on the final lap, but couldn't get to his back bumper. Walk me through the last restart.
Man, oh, man. Teammate in front of me, Jason Day. He really wanted that win bad tonight, right? So I did tell him on that last restart, I said, I'm very content finishing third because that's where I figured I was going to slot in at. And got up to the gears good on the restart. He didn't count me down or anything. He's not able to talk and race. He just can't multitask like that, which is, I get it, right? So he wasn't able to count me down, but luckily we got lucky with the firing off. And then it was just a battle, right? A battle for second, me and Zimmy. And we've raced so many laps together, very rarely ever get into each other. So it's always fun racing with the 28 of Zimmerman. He's a good friend. And, man, it was fun. It was fun. Coming from the back wasn't fun, but the outcome of it was fun.
Well, that was the other thing I wanted to point out. You won last week, so you were going for 2 in a row, but you had to make your way through the back of the field. And just like you said, to get up to second was probably a challenge enough, right?
It was. And so usually I qualify mid-pack, right? So I'm never truly all the way in the back like that until you win a race, right? And you soon find out how valuable the choose cone is because you're able to pick up, Sam, sometimes I'm gaining 5, 6, maybe 7 spots just by electing to take the outside. So, choose cone definitely helped out a lot. The drivers, they all just say, come on by and stuff like that. So, it was a fairly good race. I don't know how the broadcast was, but we had fun out there tonight and stoked to bring home P2 for sure.
Well, speaking of bringing home P2, who you got to thank on the number 4 for it?
We got to thank True Sim Productions up in the booth. Can't wait to go back and watch it. Enjoyed watching last week's. Going to enjoy watching this week's. Got to thank the paint booth god himself, Mr. MF Racing Designs. Michael Falk does all our paint schemes for us. Savage Edge Apparel. McConey Setup Shop, TheButtKicker.com, FB Sim Racing Button Box, Raised Energy, BAM Racing Videos, USAFirearms.com. And I mentioned it last week. I'm going to mention it again for all you guys and girls, drivers that love short track grassroots racing, but maybe don't understand it, can't do it as well as you do your NASCAR stuff or whatever. McConaughey Setup Shop, Stars Program, Short Track Auto Racing School just started up. $20 a month, $50 get you an entire 13-week season. It's pretty good deal, pretty good bang for your buck, and gets you in there and gets you learning from the pros of iRacing. So, shout out to Jeff for that. Shout out to you, Sam, and yeah, man, thank you.
All right, man. We'll see you next week at South Boston.
Yeah, we'll be there.
That was second place finisher Tanner Marr. Congratulations to him on getting second. Was just a little short on getting that 2 in a row, but coming home in second. Still good points tonight for Tanner Marr. But we got to bring up our race winner, Jason Day, in the number 52. I mean, I don't know about you, but when that last caution came out, I definitely heard, I swear I heard you sigh a little bit. I know, because you were pulling out to a good lead there, and then we had that last caution. Kind of walk me through what you were thinking there.
I had a couple words come out of my mouth when that happened. I was hoping to hit the white flag, but no, it was, I was happy. I knew on the restarts, if I was leading, I had a good chance to get a good jump. It's when you're in second or third, you kind of tend to bog the car down a little bit because you don't know when the leader's going to go. So I felt pretty good on the last restart, but Zimmy was fast, so I just had to watch out for him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Tanner was going to move you if he got to you. It looks like he tried to get to you, but you did. You had a great restart. You almost had it there before the white flag came out. Prior to that, you came home with the win tonight. Kind of walk me through the whole race, though, since you're the race winner. I'm curious because you kind of had an up and down night, right? You kind of was up in the front a little bit and went to the back. There was a point in time where the whole field got trapped a lap down. Were you worried at that point, or did you think you still had a shot?
Well, I was running top 3 most of the night with Parker and Chris, and kind of keeping with them, and I felt pretty good the long run. I was actually gained on them a little bit, so I was feeling good. And then we were going to have to pit under green, which we did, and I came out and I was running second behind Chris, but we were both a lap down, but the other guys needed a pit, and the caution came out and trapped us both. And Chris was the lucky dog, and I don't know what happened. He got a black flag for passing the pace car early, so that put him behind us. So I felt pretty good because I was knew that I was on a little bit. I felt like I was going to be in a good spot with the couple of guys that were up front. Zimmy was the only one I was really worried about, and yeah, I was a little scared. I didn't know what was going on, and I was hoping to get a wave around there. But I felt good. I was just hoping for a top 3. I have a good run because I haven't had many good runs lately.
Well, hey, you had a good run tonight. Come home with the win. You get a thank on the number 52 for making it all happen.
Well, of course, thank you, Sam, for putting on the broadcast and always being a great guy to race with and chat with and helping guys out. For Tanner and all the guys at 5 Kings Motorsports, Crooked Line for putting on a great league, great season, as always. And all our sponsors, MF Design, Savage Apparel, Coney Setup Shop, Braz Energy, BAM Racing Videos, and, of course, my family for letting me race.
All right, man. Hey, again, congratulations on taking home the win tonight. We'll see you next week in South Boston.
Thank you, sir.
That was your race winner, Jason Day. I mean, you heard it. It was a tough night, man. These cars are all based on that momentum, especially at these bigger tracks. We were saying it all night long. He got lucky, in the right place, right time. Managed to bring home a win here tonight. It's going to move him up in the points just a little bit. But that's going to do it for us here on True Sim Productions. Let me go ahead and get your race results up on the screen. There we go. Jason Day, your race winner. Tanner Marr, second. Brian Zimmerman, third. Brandon Mettler, fourth. Caleb B. Thompson rounds out the top 5. And everybody else on your screen. Like I said, everybody, that's going to do it for us here on True Sim Productions. Next is Dirt. We're going to Fairbury on Thursday night. Tanner's going to be in the booth. So be sure you check that out at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Other than that, we will see you in the next one. Y'all have a good one.